Hey guys, it's me, Queen Layli. I like today, as I'm filming this, I dug up this old story of mine that I forgot ever existed. I don't remember writing it. I don't remember writing it. Um, I didn't know this. this I didn't remember writing this. I don't know how else to say it, but this is something I probably wrote in 5th grade because I dedicated it to my 5th grade teacher, but I'm not gonna go too into that right now. But I could probably do a part 2 to this and talk more about her stuff like that, whatever you guys want. This is Cassandra and the Gemstone Wonders. I don't know what that title is, but yeah, I don't know what that title is. So right now I'm just going to try and read it. I wrote like a table of contents for it and everything. So I mean, this was a while ago that I wrote this. Yeah. This is probably hopefully going to be like a shorter video, but yeah, I dedicated it. I had 2 5th grade teachers. I dedicated it to both of them. If you see like the light changing on my face, that's because like I'm going between tabs, and for some reason that's really messing up the lighting. So yeah, just so I'm gonna read it and like tell you some stories, because I think I know where the inspiration came from, but I'm not entirely sure, and it's hard to phrase, but I'll do my best. So this is the table of contents, like I was telling you. So the first chapter is called The Beginning, and then chapter 2 is called How This Mess Got Started, even though you would think chapter 1 would explain that, but I guess chapter 1 was more of a prologue or introduction or whatever you call those, pre-chapter chapters, whatever you call those. And the next one's called School Time, which you'll see about. It's not just normal school. Well, I'm kind of spoiling it. Well, I'm reading it to you anyway, so it's gonna get spoiled. Not like I'm gonna publish this anytime soon. I mean, I might one day, but like not anytime soon. So, I guess I'm just gonna start reading it. I like skimmed it today, so I have a kind of idea of what I wrote, but not enough to tell you really too much about it. But so the main character, as you could tell from the title, her name is Cassandra. Yeah, because I like that name, and also she has a sister named Anastasia. I think they're supposed to be twins, but I don't know. They're not. You'll see. I think the beginning part is a little bit confusing, but I'm just gonna read it anyway. This is going very slowly to the chapter 1. So, as you know, books, stories, and all that stuff starts at a point that has meaning and intrigues and fascinates. Our story starts here. And then I actually tell the story, so I don't know. I don't know what I meant. I mean, it was pretty cool, like, that I said that. That was pretty interesting. I mean, it's complimenting myself, but remember, I didn't know this existed, so I'm genuinely like, that's pretty good most of the time. So, this says, Cassandra was amazed as she tried to scream, but fear takes the sound from its victims. She turned around, her strawberry blonde curls flowing in the wind. "We have to leave," Emily screams over the noise her back probably should need a comma. I haven't edited this ever or revised this, so yeah. The noise. Her black ponytail bobbing. She looks at Cassandra and then Ethan, who gives her a knowing look. It's the only way to someday save Anastasia, Ethan adds, his tiny bob of hair, unlike the two girls, stayed quietly still. I don't know what that meant. I keep not knowing what this means, but like I think it's good. Which I've said. Skip a little bit because like this is really descriptive. I used to write like very descriptive. Skip over here. She's my sister, Cassandra whispers to herself in shock and desperation. She pants, sweat dripping from her forehead. She unlatches her white cape and lets it fly into the hole, never to return. Like Anastasia, Cassandra thought, despite her constant will and instinct to think positive. But maybe there was nothing there's nothing to think positively about. And then she cries. She starts sobbing. She says, Cassandra, come back, because she jumps or something. Not exactly sure. Yeah. And so, yeah, I don't know what else to say. And then the last paragraph is just saying, anyway, that was, wait. No. Here it starts. It says dot 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 dot. Surprise, that was a flash forward. You're probably a tiny bit confused unless you read this book already and you know everything that happens and nothing is a surprise, but that doesn't mean it can't be surprising, right? Anyway, that was something you might have liked if you didn't continue to keep your book at least for the first few pages of the next chapter, which will be there when you turn to the next page. Or did you get stuck into the black hole too? Kidding. I don't know why I said kidding, but obviously I was kidding. But yeah. So, and then there's chapter 2, how this mess got started. So this is kind of the first chapter. I don't know why the first chapter thing wasn't the prologue, and this wasn't the first chapter, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't want to do an introduction or something, but I'm just gonna like briefly start this and then like not actually go to and then just kind of summarize what happened when I stopped writing after that. So it says it was a normal day in the Blake family. Cassandra and Anastasia got up for school. Cassandra was 14 and Anastasia was 16. Cassandra is average height, has sea blue eyes, strawberry blonde curls, fair skin, and dresses and acts pretty average. Anastasia, or as people call her, Annie, was slightly short, has green eyes, perfect blonde wavy hair, and olive skin. She was smart, popular, and basically the girl who does magazines at this age and becomes a model or a movie star, and most of all, they get rich. Doesn't that sound like the girl who would be important, the main character? But no, she's not, and she's gonna get it rubbed in her face. I guess that was my way of saying like littler siblings are better. And if you were wondering, I don't have littler sibling. I'm only child, so I'm not better. Because I don't know what point I was trying to make. I think I was just trying to introduce the main character in a cool way, but it kind of sounds like I was trying to do something. I don't don't know. So basically what happens, I'm just going to summarize the rest of this because I don't feel like reading it and this video is already getting too long. So basically what happens is Cassandra goes to school. There's a fire drill or something and they have to there's a lockdown drill. I'm not exactly sure. So there's a lockdown drill, and they all have to get to the basement, and she's just reading her book, going on down to the basement for her lockdown drill, even though I'm not sure you're supposed to do that, so don't do that. But she does that, and then some kid just takes her book and is teasing her, and then she does some magic, and then she just appears at a magic school, and these two people are you're a gemstone caster, and that's the name of that's why it's all the gems. And I think she meets Ethan, but I'm not sure if she meets Ethan yet. And then she discovers she's the most important gemstone caster because she's the most powerful one. So yeah, gemstone casters. So she's really powerful. They have different gemstones, almost like Hogwarts houses, but instead they're gems, they're rubies, sapphires, and she's the most important one. She's diamond, which is obviously the most important one because diamonds. But she goes to her room, and then I did a lot of rooms in my different stories. This is my first one of my first bookish things that I wrote on Google Docs. I used to write before that I wrote on Microsoft Word, and then I wrote on Google Docs, but that only lasts for one story, so I don't know how I forgot about this. But and then after that I wrote my first movie, which I will do a part 2 to this little series thing, and show you guys 3 Days Until I Sleep, which is the movie. And I guess you can kind of guess what it's about. It has to do with Sleeping Beauty because it's 3 days until I sleep. So basically that's what happens. She goes to her room. It's very descriptive. It's all velvet and blah blah blah. And yeah, some stuff happens, and I didn't write anything else. So oh, and then she goes to school, obviously the magic school, and I only wrote a paragraph for that, and I was very descriptive, so it's kind of weird. It's oh, she woke up at this time in the morning, she got this ready, she made this for breakfast. I thought everyone would care, and it was so important to mention those things, but no one cares really that much. I mean, some people care, but it's not everyone's cup of tea, I would say. But I thought everyone would be wait, you need to have what she eats for breakfast on Tuesday morning, for some reason. And that's what I thought everyone would care about. So that was Cassandra and the Gemstone Casters. I'll probably write more at some point in time, but like I said, I forgot this existed, and I'll definitely do a part 2 where I introduce 3 Days Until I Sleep, which I cast myself in, even though it hasn't been cast yet. I cast myself as the main character, whose name is Amber, because A starts with Aurora, all that stuff. So that's why her name is Amber. It used to be Allie, but then I was that's 2016, even though it was written in 2016. Everything about it is 2016, because it was written in 2016, based on Descendants and stuff, which came out in 2016, if you see where I'm going with this. But yeah, so it needs to be updated before I make it, and also I don't want to. And so we gonna see how that goes because I have to update every line, but cuz they don't make any references to 2016. It's just yeah. So that's unfortunate. Probably have to just rewrite the whole thing. And then it has sequels too. It was gonna be like Harry Potter, so it's gonna have like 7 sequels. In the end, they're gonna have this big like crossover, a bunch of songs, musical, and then they add their own songs. There's gonna be like High School Musical meets Teen Beach meets like Harry Potter meets like every musical ever combined into one song, plus like more music added to that, and then they're all going to be dancing and graduating, and they're going to be like, it's probably going to be a 10 minutes dance number, to be honest. And like 3 Days Until I Sleep is only like 20 pages, so twice how big this little book is. Because that's all I wrote. I only wrote 10 pages, and it had a table of context. Why didn't I finish it? I don't know. Probably got too obsessed with 3 Days Until I Sleep. But that's going into our other video. So, bye guys. Watch that video when it comes out. And yeah, I'll come out with the next episode of Supernatural Layli soon, and you'll see what happens, and I'll be writing it pretty much after this video is filmed. So after you see this video, it will probably already be done. I'll just be waiting to release it. So like this video and comment. If the comments are working, definitely comment, and it will get released. If you don't, it will never get released. So and I am releasing a video 10 minutes after this one releases, so go check that out, because this is over 10 minutes long, so it should already be posted. So go check that out right now. And yeah, stay awesome, guys. I'll see you guys in